Okay, good morning everyone. Today we will start with the blur, burn and sharpen, burn and smudge tool. Okay, it is a group of three tools that is used to give the blur effect, burn effect or sharpen effect and also to smudge the two colors. Okay, let's start with the first tool. Suppose in my Photoshop I had opened this image. Okay, I want to give the blur effect. Blur effect means I want to blur the background or I want to blur the area around the object that I want to focus on. So for that purpose, I will click here on the down arrow, or you can also right click over here. It will give you a list of tools. I'm selecting the blur tool. Here, this is my brush. Simple, you are selecting the tool and dragging it over the area that you want to blur. Okay, बहुत ज़्यादा settings इसमें नहीं है options में. Okay, just you can increase or decrease the size of the brush depending on the area that you want to blur or burn. Select it and drag it. And before that, I had given you one tip in previous tutorial also. Always make a duplicate layer. Click here, press Ctrl plus J shortcut key. It will create a duplicate layer. Now it is a layer 1. That means whatever changes I will make, that will be applied to this layer 1, this duplicate layer, and the original image will remain same. If I want to make changes, or if I want to undo the changes, all the changes later on, I can just delete the layer. Or if I find I am satisfied with the changes, I can combine or I can merge the layers and make it as a one. Now I'm giving this blur tool. I'm dragging it over the area that I want to blur. See the effect on the leaves. I'm dragging the brush over the leaves around the car. As many times as you drag the pointer over the area that you want to blur, it will get blurred every time, more and more. You can decrease the size of the brush by using the shortcut key, left arrow key or right arrow key. I'm blurring it, increasing here, decreasing here, depending on the area on which you want to move your brush. As many times as you drag the mouse over the area, it will get blurred. Okay? Now, if you want to see what was the original image that was in the background, if I hide the new layer, layer 1, it will display the original image. See, I'm hiding it. Now you can see in the layer, in these leaves are very sharpened. I can see them. Then see, these leaves are visible. Now if I display the real layer 1, now see, these leaves are blur. I had given this blur effect to them. This or this. You can see the difference. You can drag it over again to give it more effect. Or you can blur them more by dragging the mouse again and again over them. Now, second tool is sharpen. Okay, sharpen tool is used to sharp the object. See, this car is there. I want to sharp it. I'm dragging the mouse. You can see the effect. I'm dragging it again and again over the area that I want to sharpen. Okay, now again I'm hiding the layer 1 on which I had made changes so that you can see the real image. This was the real image, this was the real car. Now on layer 1, this is the after giving the sharpen effect. This real and this one after giving the effect. You can see the leaves are get blurred and car is getting sharpened. Both effects we had given. Here I had applied the blur effect. Here I had applied the sharpen effect. I can hide the new layer so that you can see the real image. And if I make the layer 1 visible, you can see that this effect has been applied. Now the third tool that we will do today is smudge tool. Smudge tool works in a similar way as you had used the smudge tool in Tux Paint. Tux Paint, you can use this, make the strokes of brushes of different colors, and you can drag the brush over them so that you can have a wet color effect, or you can mix the colors. Similarly, here I am taking the smudge tool and dragging it. Just you have to drag it over the parts of the area that you want to smudge. As many times as you drag, it will give you a smudge effect. Similarly, I'm giving it here. Just mixing the colors or giving the wet color effect. Anji, this is the smudge. I'm giving it here. You can see this is the background layer. Here, layer 1 on which the smudge effect has been given. You can create as many layers as you want to make the different changes. Okay. Now the next tool that we are going to learn today is text tool, type tool. That is very interesting to use. And that tool we will do in very detail today. Click on this. Suppose I am having this image. I want to type some text over here. I want to type good morning over here. Click on the type tool, horizontal. Click anywhere where you want to insert the text. Cursor will appear. Type. You can drag it, place it over the position. Here in the option bar, you can see that there is a first option is font that you can choose. I can give any font that I want. I can choose any font that I want. There are many samples given. First of all, click on OK, then apply the tools. Here, this is font. You can select as many fonts as you want, whatever font that you like, you can choose it. You can try all the fonts. Okay. Then you can have the size, font size. This is the points. Here it is given, the few font sizes are given. You can click here and type the new size. Or you can also place your pointer over here and it gives you a hand symbol, 2 arrows around it. You can press and drag it left or right. Left, it will decrease the size. Right, it will increase the size. You can see the number in box here. I can use the move tool to move it. Then I can again click on the type tool to have these text options. I can change its color by clicking on here. Choose the color that you want. Whatever color you like, you can click on OK. Okay. Then last option is character. Click here. It will give you a character panel. This on the right side. You can also click on this A also to open the character panel. In this character panel, you will find the same options you will see in this option bar, but a few more options are there. One, font. You can choose the font. We had already chosen regular, bold, medium. Suppose I am giving it bold. Okay, then increase or decrease the size. Okay, now here it is a character spacing. Character spacing means the space between characters. You can see the distance between the alphabets. I can increase or decrease the character spacing. We can give in minus also. They will overlap. Okay, then when I increase or decrease the font size, the height and width of the alphabets or character both changes. But sometimes it may happen that I want to increase the size. Do not want to increase the width, but I want to increase only the height. For that purpose, I'm having this vertical scaling and this is the horizontal scaling. If I increase the vertical scaling, it will increase the height of the letters but not the width. Only height wise they are increasing. Scaling. I can increase or decrease it. If I increase or decrease the vertical scaling, it will spread horizontally. Okay, and if I decrease it, it will decrease the horizontal scaling. Yeah. Okay, now you can make it bold here, italic, all caps, small caps. You can give these options or underline. All these options are available. You can choose them and deselect them or okay. Suppose I'm giving it underline also or you can remove it. Close it, side pocket. Now in the option bar, you will see one more option. There is a wrap text option. Create wrapped text. This is a similar option as you had used in word art transformation. Click here. You will find this dialog box, wrap text dialog box. Choose the style. Arc. It will give you an arc. Horizontal or vertical. Vertical arc or horizontal arc. What type of arc you want? You can have both. Then you can increase or decrease the bend. Whatever bend. And horizontal distortion or vertical distortion also you can increase or decrease. Just drag the mouse over the slider so that you can see what effects they will give. You can try all the effects. Suppose I am taking it bulge. It is this. I can have the bulge horizontal or vertical. I can bend, change the bend. Every time it will give you a new effect. You can choose whatever effect that you want. You can have fisheye. You can have inflate. You can type also. Click on OK. Squeeze or twist. Fish. Click on OK. Whatever style you want, you can choose it and click on OK. Simple. Click on the type tool. Click on the area that you want to type. Start typing. Click on OK. And then choose the font, font size, font color and wrap text. One more thing, as you can see in the layers panel, here when I type the text, it is giving me in a different layer. It is giving me in a different layer. Good morning. If I want to delete the text, I just have to delete the layer. I will delete the layer, it will delete the text because the text is in separate layer. I can hide it by clicking on this eye icon. This is the background image. I can click on the eye icon again. It will display me the text. If I hide the background image, see, this is a transparent layer on which only text is there. If I display both, it will display as background layer at the bottom. On the top of that, text layer is there. It is giving me the text. Okay. Okay. After that, we will start with the new thing, with the type tool again. I'm giving you this option. These options are not discussed in the book, but these are very interesting about the type tool. Click on the type tool. Suppose I'm having this background. I'm clicking here. I'm typing the text happy birthday. Okay, I can drag it, place it over the center. Okay, then click on OK. This OK button on the option bar. Now you can change the font or you can choose the this character panel. Change the font. Choose any font that you want. All the samples are given in front of the font. Suppose I am taking this lemon font. Now again, color, size, whatever, all the settings are same. The new thing is I'm right clicking on this layer, text layer. Right click on this text layer, you will find the first option, blending options. Click here. It will open this layer style dialog box. In this layer style dialog box, the first option is bevel and emboss. Click here. This tick mark, all these tick marks, whatever the boxes you will tick, all these options will be applied and these settings you can change. In every option, you can have the different settings. You just have to choose whatever settings you want. You can try all the settings and finalize one or two or whatever you like. Click on this. Now this is the inner bevel, style, outer bevel, pillow emboss or emboss. Choose any one. After that you can make changes. I can increase the size of the bevel like this. I can increase the depth of the bevel like this. Apply as much effects as you want. Try all of them and apply them. Now bevel direction, up or down. See the difference. You can choose any one. Okay, this was the bevel and emboss. You can choose emboss or pillow emboss. Emboss, I can increase or decrease the size of emboss. Then I can increase or decrease the size of depth. Then I can give stroke. This is the stroke option. Stroke means outline. Now by default 3 pixels outline, black color. I can increase. Choose the color of outlining. Click on OK. You can see. You can apply. If you do not want to apply, if you want to remove the stroke effect, you just have to deselect it. Select it again. These settings are applied and deselected. Okay. Next we are going to do drop shadow. Select the drop shadow. Choose the shadow color. Whatever color you want for the shadow. I'm taking here as a yellow something. Okay. Click on OK. Increase the size of shadow. You can see in the background. Spread. Distance. Distance between the text and the shadow. See the preview is applied. Preview is there. Spread. Now see the shadow is at the 30-degree. You can increase or change the angle also. Shadow is now on the upper side. Now on the lower side. Okay? Distance, spread, or size of shadow. Then outer glow. I'm drop shadow. I'm cancelling it. Outer glow. Choose the color of the glow. What color you want to as a glow. Click on OK. Then again size of the glow. Now this is the outer glow. You can also give the inner glow. Choose the color. You can give an inner glow. Size. Inside. The glow inside the text. Outer glow outside the text. Inner glow inside the text. This is the inside inner glow. And this is the, if I cancel it, this is the outer glow. You can give both also. Inner glow as well as outer glow. You can give both. Okay. Then there is a gradient. Color overlay. Color overlay is very simple. You just have to choose a color and that color will be filled in the text. Then is gradient overlay. You can fill your text with the gradient. Choose a gradient. Okay. Or you can have this. Remember this gradients. You can randomize them. Choose any gradient. Click on OK. Then linear, radial or angle. Suppose I am taking it an angle. Okay. Change the angle of the glow. Gradient fill. And you can also have this pattern fill. Pattern fill. I'm cancelling the gradient. Click on this pattern, drop down arrow. You remember the pattern stamp tool. I can have these patterns. I can fill as whatever pattern I like. And moreover, you can create your own patterns. You can create your own patterns. How? Suppose I'm cancelling it. Go to this. Suppose I'm having this image or this image or this image. I can set any image as my pattern and fill it. I can choose Milky Way, edit menu, define pattern. Type the name of the pattern, click on OK. I had already created this pattern, so I am clicking on cancel button. Otherwise, type the name of the pattern, click on OK. Then, if I am creating this pattern also, edit menu, define pattern. Type the name of pattern, click on OK. And I had this pattern also, tile shape. I can define any pattern. Now, go back to this. Choose the right click, blending options, pattern overlay. See, in my pattern list, I had already these patterns. See, this strawberry is filled in this text. Or you can have this starry nights. Or you can have this tiles. Whatever texture or patterns you like, you can download them from internet and you can set them as a pattern. You can define them as a pattern and fill them in your text. You can fill it this. Click on OK. You can give it bevel also. I'm giving it bevel effect also. Emboss, increasing the size, depth, and click on OK. See? Okay? Anji, any queries? Many students had joined late today.